Hello, hello! Pizza Packs here, and we're live. Today is Saturday, May 13th. Lucky 13! And, yeah, so F&M last night, very mediocre performance by the deck. It decided to give me all of the lands, except for one game, where it decided to give me all of the wrong lands. So, red-white, not doing so hot most recently. And today we have some kind of different stuff going on. I finally cut a board for on the back of my desk to mount a whole bunch of stuff to, and that's currently a giant pile of equipment that needs to be set up, a whole bunch of networking stuff, and various other things. So I'm not sure if that's going to be the goal for today, or if we're just going to try out streaming a game. Just don't know yet. There's a whole bunch of options. Kind of thinking we should try out streaming one of the non-Magic games that I actually really like. Kind of in between, like Vampire Survivors or Faria. So I think I've got it figured out on how to accomplish that, but I'm not entirely sure. So, just something we can try out. Or still have a ton of other stuff to sort. Let's see, we have a whole bunch of Theros Beyond Death that needs to be put away from opening shorts. Or from doing shorts. Not opening shorts. You're not actually opening shorts on those. Yeah. Let's see. Anyone in chat have an idea what we should do? I know I said, yeah, setting up equipment. Which, we could do. I could move the camera around, set that up. Not sure how I would see chat if we did that. Let's see, can I get this over my monitor set up? Let's see, if we go this way, pull up like this, rotate around, you can see how much of a mess my desk is. You can see the board that I have set up, all the cable stuff that needs to be done. Rotate back around, come back down some. This is where I normally record. Oh, that looks a little tilted. Yeah. What should we do? Well, we have some things that we can put away. See, that's 2 deck boxes that can go back in the stuff. Then we've got Gengar deck box. That's empty now. We got this one. That's a whole bunch of stuff that needs to be de-sleeved too. It's at least the beginning of an idea of what we can do. We can go put these deck boxes up. Start de-sleeving stuff. And then organize those sleeves and set them up for some other time. Excuse me. No. There's a whole nother thing of for a sealed deck that's just there. Okay. Stuff up in the supply cabinet. So there was a situation last night where there was a draft, and I just did not feel like drafting last night, which is very unusual. I think by the time the draft got around to firing, I was just too tired and grumpy because my deck was not doing well. Got even more decks. And more sealed decks. Okay. What to do? Also in this just awkward position of I've got so much just general stuff to do that I just for some reason can't prioritize anything at the moment. Just everything seems equally urgent and unimportant at the same time. It's kind of a crappy feeling, to be honest. What to do? What to do, what to do. I guess we'll start by de-sleeving some draft decks. And hopefully chat will go up and we'll talk some. So first things first, we will pull basics. Start de-sleeving those. Now the rest that these go with, I think, are right here. Yeah, they are. It should be 12 of each at the end of this. One of the really nice things about Dominaria Remastered was that it gave a whole bunch of the lands I really like a new printing, so I could have a consistent set of draft lands and not have to worry about messing up my good versions of these lands. Like the ones from Portal or Onslaught in the case of that, or Mirage in the case of that Plains. Don't remember. I think that's the mountain from Tempest. I don't exactly remember. It's also 82 degrees in my office right now, which is very uncomfortable. What can you do? Five, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Okay. There's 40 sleeves. Five, 10, 15, 20, 25, 4, or 25, 29, 30, 35, 40, 45. Okay. Today's just kind of a blah day. What should we do? I almost want to like play Pokemon. Like red and blue. Is that even something I could do right now? Do I have a capture card? I mean, I've got capture cards, but I don't know if I have any that work with this computer. Because most of my capture cards are like 10, 15 years old. Hmm. What to do? This is all March Machine. Yep, it's all March Machine. So we've got our draft slash sealed deck lands. Alright, we've got our forests. I think the islands haven't been touched. Plains with plains. 3, 6, 9, 12. Cool. We got 7 mountains, so we should have 5 here. 5. We got 2 swamps, so we should have 10 there. So let's see. 3, 6, 9, 12. Yep. Right. So, what I heard, the draft last night was a lot of fun. So, I'm going to start keeping that in my bag just in case drafts start firing again. Because generally I love drafting. I just, last night I was in a bad mood by the end of the night and just, I was tired, not up for it. So hopefully that won't be a continuing trend. But if it is, it is. Hopefully it won't be, though. I think we already pulled all of the really good stuff. Out of our draft polls. Some sleeves. There's a sleeve. Tokens. There's a sleeve. 2 sleeves. Hey, how's it going, Random Dawn? Or Random Dawning, rather. Doing well, good. I am still really tired for some reason from yesterday. It wasn't that late of, like, we weren't out at F&M that late. And I don't know why I feel so crappy right now. I don't think I'm sick, it's really hot in the office, and I don't know, I'm just not feeling it today. social battery died. I don't even know if it's my social battery. I just feel run down. I've been really struggling with my depression lately, and that might be part of it. But also just there's a lot going on that's objectively depressing. So, woo, mental illness. But and my search for new contracts has not been going well. And it seems like a million different things are all happening at once, and I keep falling on my face. So I don't know. Feels bad. Yeah, yuck. Yuck is a good way to put it. But then, like, I've let my office get really messy, which tends to make me like when my office is messy, I tend to feel worse. And it's just like a giant, just shitstorm in here. I don't know how else to put it. Just a whole bunch of different messes that have all kind of coalesced together. And I don't know what to do about it. And I don't like it. But on the bright side, I got the board that I cut for doing cable management and mounting equipment on the back of my desk, cut and in place. I just need to screw it to the battens that I attached to my desk, then start putting equipment on it and routing the cables. So that's something I need to get moving on. And then on Monday I have jury duty, so I'm not going to be able to stream on Monday. And it's been a while since I've done jury duty, and I don't like having to do it, but I feel that it's important to do it because it's part of my civic duty. But I also just have so much other stuff going on in my head right now that it doesn't seem like a good idea, if that makes any sense. And I have so many half-started and half-finished projects that I need to finish something, but it feels like anything I start just adds to that pile of unfinished stuff, which really doesn't feel good. And I don't know what to do about it. Like in the past, I mean, you know this, in the past I would hire a personal assistant for a few weeks to help me get things, back on track and reorganized. And and get out of my head. So finishing stuff can feel impossible sometimes. Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. It feels like not just finishing stuff, but starting stuff feels insurmountable. And the coping mechanisms that I've developed over the years, and the coping strategies that I've developed over the years, which are generally like body doubling, which I'm having a really hard time doing that lately, just because I can't think of anyone that I can do that with. That's a big one. Hiring a personal assistant. I don't have the free funds for that at the moment. But there's so much stuff going on right now that, again, needs, like, it's urgent stuff. Like, it's things that really need my attention, but getting together enough focus to work on them has felt impossible. Like chunking and time boxing, another strategy I normally use, like, that hasn't been helping, and I'm not sure why. Because, like, I'll start on something and it starts to fall apart quickly, and I don't know how to solve that. So it's a very frustrating place to be in. I'm going to start by trying to get this stuff de-sleeved and put away, and see if that helps at all. But not super hopeful at the moment. Which is also part of the problem that I have right now. Like, a lot of the issues that I'm running into are hopelessness. And that really makes things difficult. That tends to spiral really quickly. And I don't want to spiral. Like, I want to be in a good place again. So it is what it is. But at the very least, I will have sleeves prepped for in the future. One thing I really need to do, once it is reasonable to do it, is because of all the secret layers that I have, it's really awkward to manage them. I need to either set up a better system than what I have, which is condensing them down into a single box, and then just having stacks of those boxes around. So like either doing a long box for them or something along those lines. Or my preferred method, which would be books. But with how many there are and the weird gaps that I have in my collection, I think it's something like 50 books that I would need, which is like $1,000 to reasonably put everything up, and then I would have to have some kind of, I would have to have like a shelf or something just for those. Which, don't get me wrong, like that sounds amazing, but I also don't really have a good place to put that right now. And I don't know how I would want to manage that. Say progress is progress. Yes, it is. Like every little bit helps. That's the thing. It's a matter of getting to the point where I can be effective with things, and I keep getting stuck. And unfortunately, a lot of those sticking points are either time needing. It generally has come down to one of like 4 things. Having the right amount of time at the right time, which is really hard to solve. Well, sorry, that's not hard to solve. It's actually really easy to solve. The way you solve that is better time management and actually scheduling out what I'm doing and planning things ahead, which I haven't been doing, and that's been bad. A big portion of the problem that I'm having is failure to plan ahead, which is also just really difficult right now. Having the available funds that I can allocate to things is a big deal, which that would be solved by getting a new contract. The issue being I'm having trouble finding a new contract. Getting help with things, which I'm really bad about asking other people for help, and I don't have, and I could solve that by hiring someone to help me, but I don't have the available allocable funds at the moment to do that. So then I'm caught in kind of a back and forth issue there. And then space. My home is, and you know this because you live with me. Our home is so packed with other people's shit right now that it is a giant game of Tetris crossed with Rush Hour, which is a game I don't like, to make progress on anything. And that just drags the energy out of you. It drains you. to have to work around someone else's stuff or someone else's mess, or it's just, it's exhausting even getting started dealing with that. And that on top of the half started and half finished projects, like it creates this negative feedback loop that just sucks the life out of you. So, and I don't know what to do about it. I'm trying to get little wins where I can, but just keeps going. Yes, things just compound. That's exactly it. It's like a little problem with a little problem with a little problem with a big problem with a little problem with, and it all piles up together and just becomes this massive problem that feels insurmountable. And I guess the solution to that is to break things down into smaller problems and solve those smaller problems, but it's at this point where everything feels like such a big problem that it's hard to find the little solutions inside of that. So you end up just getting stuck and not really doing anything. But that's what needs to be worked through, I guess. Let's see what's in this. A playmat. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just in a bad headspace to be streaming right now. So I've been going for 45 minutes. I'm just depression spiraling right now, so I think I'm going to call this a day. I'm going to try and accomplish some stuff offline, and hopefully we'll pick back up tomorrow. This is a heads up though, Monday there will not be a stream because of jury duty. Hopefully I get eliminated in voir dire so that we don't have to worry about that, but if I do end up being on this jury, I don't know how long that's going to interrupt streaming. I will try to stream at night if I can, but I don't know how that's going to go. But to everyone, thank you for joining. I know this was a really depressing stream. Yeah, hopefully it'll be better next time. But, and I know we didn't really do a whole lot of interesting stuff, but it's got to listen to me complain about life for a little bit. So, but we will have a better stream next time. But until next time, everyone, stay awesome. We'll see you in the next one.